Hello, my name is Mary Stone. I'm a registered nurse, and this is my oral presentation of quantitative research design. Now, quantitative research design is defined as a process of collecting and analyzing numeric data. It can be used to find patterns and averages, makes predictions, tests causal relationships, and generalizes results to wider populations. The most common types of quantitative research design is descriptive, non-experimental, quasi-experimental, and experimental. Descriptive non-experimental is an observational research that includes descriptive research studies that summarizes the status of phenomenon and correlation studies that examine relationships among variables but involve no interventions. So if you're reading a research paper and there's no interventions involved, then it's a descriptive non-experimental. Quasi-experimental has interventions but lacks randomization. So if you have interventions in your research study, it could possibly be a quasi-experimental. But it could also be experiment, which has interventions, and it has control, and it has random assignments. It is the gold standard in research. The basic sampling concepts are population is something that all of them have in common. So they have a large population. Everyone will have some type of common either goal or characteristic. For example, everyone could be BSN nursing students, or they could all be male or they could all be female. And then the samples and sampling is the process of selecting the units of the population to represent the entire population. That means that they take from the population, they take units out of that population that represent the whole population. And those are the ones that are usually part of the study. Okay, the collection methods, there's one that self-reports is what it's called. And that's basically like they're doing a survey or they have an interview, and that's part of the study. The observation, which is just a method of the study, is watching the participants and documenting their behaviors and their characteristics that go along with that study. And then the biophysiologic for nurses, this explores how nurses' interventions affect physiological outcomes. The summary for this presentation is quantitative research design is important for evidence-based practice for this profession, so that nursing care is determined by solid research results and not by clinical preferences or tradition. In quantitative studies, the design designates whether there is an intervention, the nature of any comparisons, methods for controlling confounding variables, whether there will be blinding, and the timing and location of the data collection. Here's my resources that I used for this presentation. The first and second one are resources that I used for 2 of the pictures. And then the third and the fourth one were resources that I used for the text. And then the last resource is also for one of the pictures that was used in this slide. Again, I'd like to thank you for your time. My name is Mary Stone.